Welcome back to Buzzer to Buzzer.
Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of the new series that we just started called Quick Take. So, game 3 of the Rockets versus Lakers just happened, in which the Lakers won 112 to 102. And in the fourth quarter, the Lakers just outperformed the Rockets in every category, with Rajon Rondo actually having a great game and making a lot of threes. And also, you can't forget about LeBron James. So, what do you guys think? Do you think the Rockets are going to come back, or do you think that the Lakers are getting some momentum here, winning 2 in a row?
I mean, if the first two games hadn't shown it, I think the third game does. This game doesn't. This series doesn't matter of how Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Anthony Davis, or LeBron James perform. It comes down exactly to the bench. Whichever bench performs better will win the series. And clearly, Rajon Rondo carried his Lakers bench today and led them to the victory.
100% agree with you, Harsh. Tonight we saw 30-point games from James Harden, Russell Westbrook, who, side note, he's just started to pick his game up. He had a shooting slump, but he dropped some 30 points tonight as well. And then LeBron James at 36, Anthony Davis at 26 points and 15 rebounds. But we saw Rajon Rondo come out and drop 21 points. And finally, Kyle Kuzma coming out, finally dropping double digits as well. He dropped 14 points. So the main question with this whole series is going to be, it's not about momentum in this series, honestly, because both teams are excellent teams. But the real question is going to be, on a given night, who else besides these four superstars can step up? And tonight, the Lakers bench outperformed the Rockets.
Yeah, exactly. I have nothing more to add to that. I think Harsh is exactly right. The benches are gonna have to perform. I believe Eric Gordon had 10 points and PJ Tucker only had 3 or 4 points. That's unacceptable from two starters. They have to have at least double digits both in order to even have a chance in the series. So obviously they just got to go back to the basics and just hit shots.
All right, so let me ask you guys this. What do we think is going to be the key thing which the Lakers and the Rockets, each team has to focus on, besides their bench stepping up, in order to have a successful Game 4?
Well, I think that this is not just like applicable for the Lakers and Rockets, but I think the key to basketball and winning games is good ball movement. And if the whole team just passes the ball well and whoever player is open, I think that scoring is not an issue at that point, as the player will most likely be open. So I think working on ball movement, in which the Lakers had great ball movement today to their bench, like players like Rajon Rondo, who's a great passer, and even LeBron James, they just had incredible ball movement. I think that's why they won the game, with also their bench players doing really well.
Yeah, one thing I want to add to you would be is, today what I noticed was, LeBron James and the whole Lakers team in general had a block party going on today for whatever reason, and I just think for the Rockets at least, they can't they aren't going to win in the paint. They have to make outside shots. You already know the Lakers are going to just post up with AD and LeBron. So I think for the Rockets, they just have to be consistent with the 3-point shot. Their whole system is built around that. And I think if they can do that, then they can win the series.
Yeah, I think the key for the Rockets this series is simultaneous shooting. I think you can't have Russell Westbrook have a bad night and then PJ Tucker and James Harden have a good night. Or you can't have Eric Gordon and Russell Westbrook have a good night, but the other two have a bad night. You need all four of them to perform every night, and this is regardless of the bench. If those four aren't performing, you have no chance this series. And I think for the Lakers, it's consistency. The Lakers, they don't know who to expect and step up and take up that main fifth spot on who their starting lineup is going to perform, right? Third spot. Like after LeBron and AD, they don't know which starter is going to come out and perform. It could be Danny Green some nights, and some nights it could be Markieff Morris. So they have to figure out who it's going to be, and they have to step up into that role and keep playing at that consistent level.
Yeah, I just want to add something to what Harsh was saying. What the Lakers could work on in terms of consistency. If both LeBron James and Anthony Davis don't perform exceptionally well every single day or every single game, the Lakers are not going to win. And fortunately for them, they have been doing well in that category, in which they both have been performing. But a game that LeBron and Anthony Davis don't play how they usually play, that's going to be a hard game for them to win. And I don't think that the bench players can step up enough, and not even the bench players, the other starters can't step up enough to carry that weight that LeBron and AD have.
And, one thing which I want to add is that in game one, we saw the Houston Rockets having success because of their fast ball pace. They did not let the Lakers come back on defense, get the half-court press going on. And, in the past, the two games which they've dropped against the Lakers is because they slowed down. But it's something to see if they can come back. And one thing's for sure, this is going to be a great series. All right, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this second episode of Quick Take. As always, like, subscribe, and let us know down in the comments below what are your thoughts and reactions to these latest games. As always, we hope that you guys take care, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. See you guys.